Once, there was a young monk tasked with sweeping the fallen leaves in the temple courtyard every morning. It was a tedious and never-ending chore, especially in autumn and winter. No matter how diligently he swept, each gust of wind would send fresh leaves fluttering down, covering the ground once more. He spent hours each day on this routine, feeling frustrated that his efforts were constantly undone. He wished for a way to make the task easier. One day, an elder monk saw his struggle and offered a suggestion. Tomorrow, before you start sweeping, shake the trees as hard as you can. That way, all the loose leaves will fall at once, and the day after, you won't have to sweep anymore. The young monk thought this was a brilliant idea. If he could bring down all the leaves in advance, he would finally be free from his daily struggle. Excited by the prospect of an easier tomorrow, he eagerly decided to follow the advice. The next morning, he woke up earlier than usual, determined to put the plan into action. He grasped each tree trunk and shook it with all his strength, watching his leaves rain down around him. He smiled, believing he had finally outwitted nature. After hours of effort, he swept every last leaf, feeling triumphant. That day, he was filled with joy, convinced that he had solved his problem once and for all. Tomorrow, he thought, would be different. There would be no more leaves to sweep. But when he stepped into the courtyard the following morning, he was utterly shocked. Once again, the ground was blanketed in leaves, just like before. His heart sank as he realized that despite all his efforts, nothing had changed. Just then, the elder monk approached, observing his dismay. He smiled knowingly and said, "My child, no matter how hard you shake the trees today, the leaves of tomorrow will still fall." The young monk stood in silence, slowly absorbing the wisdom in those words. At that moment, he finally understood. There are things in life that cannot be rushed, no matter how hard we try. We cannot control the future, nor can we complete tomorrow's tasks today. The only way to live a meaningful life is to embrace the present moment and give our best to the work at hand. Worrying about what's ahead or trying to force solutions before their time only leads to frustration. True peace comes from focusing on today, rather than borrowing trouble from tomorrow. Many of us, like the young monk, try to preempt life's challenges, hoping to eliminate tomorrow's worries before they arrive. We stress over the unknown, believing that if we work hard enough now, we can secure a problem-free future. But the truth is, each day brings its own lessons, struggles, and opportunities. No amount of effort today can erase the uncertainties of tomorrow. Instead of trying to outpace life, we must learn to live fully in the present, handling each challenge as it comes. So, rather than exhausting yourself over what's beyond your control, shift your focus to what you can do now. Master today's lessons, embrace today's efforts, and trust that when tomorrow arrives, you will have the strength and wisdom to face it. Life isn't about getting everything done in advance. It's about growing, learning, and showing up fully in the present moment. When you do this, you'll find that no matter how many leaves fall, you'll always be ready to sweep them away, one day at a time.